Now, the government aims to reform the tea industry in tandem with its Vision 2030 of food security by eliminating middlemen, providing fertilizers and promoting technology to enhance value addition.
Speaking at a tea reform conference in Kericho County, the Deputy President implored stakeholders to align to the tea reforms. The conference serves as a platform for tea farmers to address sector's challenges. Mesh Musimbi prepared that story.
After hosting meetings on coffee in various parts of central Kenya, which also brought together elected leaders from coffee-growing areas, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua hosted a similar conference in Kericho with MPs, senators, Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Mithika Linturi, among other leaders attended.
So the Tea Act will be implemented as it is.
Gachagua said the government will implement the Tea Act 2020 on Monday to help farmers as they seek amendments to the Act.
From Monday, we'll enforce the Tea Act that is presently in place. We'll enforce. So the Tea Act will be implemented as it is, as even we seek amendments, because already Senator Cheriot and Parliament did a good job. And if that thing had been implemented, we will be 50% successful.
He said the previous regime was not keen to implement the Tea Reforms Act.
We'll first implement what is in place so that watu waone hakuna mchezo. So I want to invite you to be very honest.
He said the government will ensure 100% compliance with the law when enforcing the act. The move is in line with the bottom-up economic agenda and urged tea farmers to come out and speak on the challenges they face so that they can be addressed.
Na rais na mimi na waziri tutafuatilia, it will happen. I want to give you an undertaking from Kericho on behalf of my boss, President William Ruto, that the reforms we are going to agree on, our two houses of parliament where we have the majority, the Senate and the National Assembly, will make the various amendments into law. Thereafter, the President and I and the ministers responsible will ensure 100% compliance with the law. This is part of our bottom-up economic transformation agenda.
Governors from tea-growing areas have committed to supporting the national government in implementing the tea sector reforms.
So we must also think through this conference, what do we do with the brokerage?
Speaking during the National Tea Summit in Kericho, Governor Eric Mutai and his Nandi counterpart Stephen Sang said as counties they are ready to put up into operations the outcomes of the meeting for a turnaround in 2 to 3 years.
That the precious commodity is slowly losing its value. And it's about time that we look into our policies, look into our frameworks, look into the tea industry in totality.
Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Mithika Linturi, on his part, he said they are meeting to reflect on the best reforms in the cash crop to ensure farmers' earnings are boosted.
Come up with suggestions on how ideas on how we can be able to take advantage of the quality of our tea so that we can be able to maximize or get better prices by at least setting minimum prices for tea in the international market.
Nonetheless, farmers who attended the meeting urged that the suspension of some section of the Tea Act by the judiciary has impeded the implementation of the law in favor of the farmer.
Hizi manufacturing costs ambayo inamaliza hii pesa yangu yote, at the end of the day naambia hii pesa yako yote imeingia kwa manufacturing cost, inamaliza paka 20 shilling. Hii ni biashara gani?
The DP said proposals given by the farmer will be fully implemented, giving an undertaking it shall be made into law.
And we get our two houses to implement what you recommend here. We'll first implement what is in place so that watu waone hakuna mchezo. So I want to invite you to be very honest and brutally truthful. Pahali unajua iko shida useme. Usiposema leo, ukimya milele. This is the last conversation we are going to have about this tea. We cannot every year tunaongea nini, museme leo.
For Maisha Prime, Maisha Television, Amesh Msembi.
Bado hatuja achieve what we set out to do.